Hey beautiful people, how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing great. So if this is your first time on this platform, you're welcome. If it's your second time on here as well, you're welcome. We are going to have a very interesting discussion today. So yeah, just make yourself comfortable. Yeah, we're going to speak about a subject that is very interesting. So recently I created a poll on our social media pages, and it was like a sort of a yes or no sort of question, and loads of people, I think most people actually said yes to the question, and few people said few people said no, and they gave their reasons as well, very interesting reasons why they said yes and no. So if you go on our social media pages, so it's at PEC Convos, you'll be able to view their comments on our pages as well. But I realized that I didn't really give my own personal opinion and and comments about this particular question. So today I'm going to be giving my own views about it, and I'm going to share some one or two experiences that I've had with this particular topic. So yeah, let's just go straight into it. So most of you have, I think obviously you guys have already seen the question on the video, but I'm just gonna say it again and share my own opinion about it. So the question is, do most youths find it difficult to voice out their more emotional and mental well-being to their parents? My personal opinion is yes. So I think that most youth, or if not most, let's say some youth, find it difficult to voice out their emotional and mental well-being to their parent. I think basically, some few experiences that I have personally had, as well as my friends around me, I've had similar experiences as well, where we found it a bit difficult to go deeper with our parent. But anyway, I'm just gonna give a few reasons why I say yes to this question. So the first reason is, so when I believe that when there is lack of effective communication in the household, that can definitely restrict youths, or some youths, from voicing out their emotional and mental well-being to their parent. And when we talk about communication is such a broad thing, that it's such a broad thing that can come in different contexts, scenarios, and so many things. But in this case, I'm talking about deep conversations. So when there's lack of deep conversations in the household from the get-go, that can definitely restrict a young person from going to their parent. So when some parents do not enforce that deep conversations, do not create that sort of environment that will cultivate deep conversations in the house from the beginning, that would definitely be hard for some youths, because they're not really used to it. Because it's not like an automatic thing that will come, okay, now it can be very hard because you're not used to it. So that can definitely be really hard for you to go to your parent if our parents do not create that sort of environment that will cultivate deep conversations in the household. That will definitely be hard. So the second reason why I feel like some youths find it difficult to express how they feel deeply to their parents is wrong assumptions about our parent. So I feel like when I shared this topic on our social media pages, some of you guys shared your opinions, and you gave really good reasons why you think it's difficult. And some of the reasons were about some parents are judgmental, and cultural reasons, and some parents do not understand their kids. Even if they come to them, they would not listen and all that. But this comment that I give is basically a bit opposite. It's a bit different to what you guys have said already. We can definitely have wrong assumptions about parents sometimes, and I know that assumptions as much as assumptions can be right, it can also be wrong at times, because I feel like we think that we can assume something about a person based on their behavior, based on what they do, based on their reaction. So that means, you know, your assumptions about them can be right. Yeah, so I think that as much as assumptions can be right, it can definitely be wrong. So I'm going to give my own personal experience on wrong assumptions, that a wrong assumption that I had about my dad. So I quite remember a few years ago when I was dating my now fiancé. Yeah, that was a very, very hard one, to approach my parents to let them know that, okay, you know, this is what is going on. Especially to my dad, I was so scared. Oh my god. I thought my dad will just, I don't know, I just had this sort of, you know, mindset that there's no way my dad will understand. There's no way my dad will take it. There's no way. So I just thought to myself, there's no point, because I was just so scared of the reaction that, you know, my dad, or the sort of reaction my dad will give. Along the line in our relationship, my now fiancé was like, you know what, I feel like we need to get our parents involved. We need to let them know that, you know, this is something that we're taking serious, and this is something that we're looking to go, you know, further, especially in marriage and stuff like that in the future. So we need to bring our parents involved. We need to let them know. So his mom, brothers, everyone knew. But me, oh yeah, I was like, please, let's just leave this. But yeah, to cut the long story short, basically, my brother actually knew about the relationship, so he insisted that we have a conversation with my dad. He was like, we need to speak to my dad about it. And yeah, I just didn't have a choice. And then yeah, my brother organized a meeting with my dad, and yeah, I personally did not speak throughout the whole conversation. So he spoke to my dad about, you know, about everything. So my dad, basically, I was just so amazed, because I was literally expecting that my dad would be angry, or would be I don't know, but basically my dad was actually happy. He was happy about the fact that we came to him, that, you know, we acted so mature to come to him to let him know what's been happening with me and what's been going on in my life, and so on, guys. So basically, this was the reaction of my dad, opposite to how I thought he would act, basically. So it goes to shows you that assumptions, as much as assumptions can be right, it can be 100% wrong as well. So yeah, the last point that I'm going to raise as well is basically, I'm not sure how I'm going to structure it, but it's basically, let's say, for example, you're a young person in the household, and your parents see you as a responsible child, as a happy child, a bubbly daughter or son, you know, somebody that is always happy in the house and stuff like that. I feel like sometimes that can restrict you from going to your parents, because you kind of you want to maintain a certain look, you want to maintain how, you know, your parents sees you. So you would rather, you know, deal with stuff by yourself than to, you know, let them in into what you're going through, into your emotions and stuff like that. So sometimes maintaining a sort of appearance towards our parents can restrict us from going to them. So these are my sort of reasons why I believe some youths can find it difficult to go deeper with their parents. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, guys, but please make sure you comment below your thoughts, your experiences, what you think about this topic. Do you think some youths find it difficult to share, to go deeper with their parents, or do you think no, it's not true? So I would love to know your thoughts and your opinions about it. So please comment below. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on our social media pages at PUC Convos. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Take care.